The Premier, in her own words, was in a close personal relationship with Daryl Maguire. That was for quite some time. And she even was considering making this public if and when he retired. That would have been retirement on his terms rather than what's happened because of this land deal that this ICAC inquiry is centring on, and only in fact broke it off recently. She was saying that despite that relationship, all dealings went through her office. We were just hearing there a phone call where seemingly she was talking to him about what was happening, in particular on this other trip to China. Andrew Clennell, our political editor, of course, not so long ago, well and truly across all things New South Wales politics. Andrew, just your thoughts, first of all. Some people were sort of talking about whether this might be somewhat of a damp squib this morning. Anything but.
When they call a Premier, you know they've got something, Tom. I actually think that there's a good chance Gladys Berejiklian will have to resign over this. I can't believe it. I covered the Wagga by-election. At that time, she condemned his behaviour. It seems she continued to see him, and we didn't even know she was seeing him for some time after this, even though he was resigning over corruption allegations. And look, I regard Gladys Berejiklian as a clean politician, but the judgement here is unbelievable. The guy's resigned over corruption allegations. She stayed in contact with him and it seems been in a relationship with him. I'm just completely flabbergasted by it. And I remember writing a story for The Australian when Daryl Maguire departed because he wasn't leaving Parliament, even though he'd been named, or it had been alleged at ICAC he'd taken a cut from a developer while an MP. And at that time, Gladys Berejiklian had to get Barry O'Farrell to contact Daryl Maguire and urge him to retire over the allegations. And Barry, of course, fell at ICAC himself over the misleading ICAC over the gift of a $3,000 bottle of grain. So that was a decent enough story at the time. Well, maybe we can see why it was difficult personally for Gladys Berejiklian to insist he go, why she had to get O'Farrell to intervene.